It's Miss Becky with Miss Becky's Musical Stories, and today I want to share with you a book I wrote and illustrated, and the title is A Gift from the Sea, a modern-day fairy tale written and illustrated by Becky Williams. That's me. And if you enjoy the book, it is available on Amazon for just $12, and I'll have it posted on the link below. So meet Aqua. Aqua was not like the other little fish in the sea. She looked very different, and because she felt different and looked different, she felt lonely and even ugly. But as you can see with my original illustration of her, she is a beautiful mermaid. She is different, but she's a beautiful mermaid. So let's read her adventure and find out if she can find true happiness even though she is different. A Gift from the Sea, a modern-day fairy tale written and illustrated by Becky Williams. Down, 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 beyond the coral reefs, into the waters of the deep blue sea, an unusual shell glowed, lighting up the entire ocean floor. Jane, an ordinary fish, noticed its odd shape and rainbow-like colors. Feeling curious, she lifted it up to find the most peculiar-looking creature she had ever seen. So you could see the rainbow, and it looks maybe like it's a shell, and I wonder what is behind the shell. Where on earth did you come from? And what is this long, wavy grass coming from your head? This didn't look like any other fish Jane had ever seen before. Feeling sorry for the strange creature, she quickly picked it up and carried it to a nearby cave where no one would ever find it. There in the cave, Jane cared for it by feeding it small shrimp and lobster. She named it Aqua after its bright blue tail. After a while, the colorful strands of grass grew so long that all of the other fish in the cave noticed. You can see them, how long they are. And they all noticed. Worried that Aqua would be teased, Jane kept her inside the cave, never wanting to go out into the dark, scary ocean waters. And look how sad she looks. And she's inside the cave, and all of the other fish are outside playing together. As Aqua grew older, she began to notice how different she was from Jane and the other small fish in the cave. Jane cut the strands of grass to hide her. To her surprise, the grass grew back. The colors were so bright that the little fish didn't dare go near her. Jane began to feel troubled. "My dear Aqua," she warned, "promise me that you'll never leave this cave. You look different from the other fish. You will only be teased and maybe even harmed." Aqua began to feel ugly, so she decided to live alone in the cave for the rest of her life. But after a few years, she grew curious and began to peek outside its walls. She felt lonely as she watched the other fish playing together. "Oh, how I wish I looked like them so I could be part of the group." She stayed in the cave, and the lonely feeling grew. So you can see, once again, she's getting older, and she's inside the cave, and all of the other fish are playing together without her. Then, one day, an enormous red fish swam near the cave's entrance. He was round and prickly, not like the other fish. He swam toward Aqua, so she quickly hid behind the cave's wall. "Wait!" he cried. Where are you going? Why don't you come out and play with us? I can't, she replied with her eyes watering. I look different from the other fish, and Jane would never allow it. Aqua knew she was ugly, and it made her want to disappear. I'm not sure who Jane is, but I'm Big Red, he said, smiling. What's yours? Aqua, she whispered. I can't hear you. Why are you whispering? Asked Big Red. I don't want anyone to notice me, Aqua replied. Well, I am so big and round, everyone notices me. Stick with me, and no one will ever give you trouble. Well, I think she found a friend. Aqua hesitated, but she was so curious about what was happening outside of her little cave that she swam underneath Big Red. Together they went out into the waters of the deep blue sea. The other fish stopped and stared at them wherever they went. And you can see the other fish. And they are laughing at her. And she's still feeling sad. But Big Red is definitely protecting her. Hey, Rainbow Head! They laughed. Aqua was heartbroken, but she knew she was safe with Big Red. And they became the best of friends. Aqua still didn't like the way she looked, even when Big Red said nice things about her. Cheer up! But why is my hair all that they see? You have to meet my friend Olivia, the octopus, who all the fish go to for answers. She lives far, far away across the ocean beyond the coral reefs. Won't it be dangerous? Don't worry, Aqua. I've got you. So off they went, making their way across the open waters of the sea. Finally, after a few days, they came upon a beautiful coral reef with vivid colors beyond her imagination. Before long, they came face to face with Olivia. Aqua was entranced. I've been waiting for you, she said, as she was admiring Aqua's beautiful hair. Why do you look so sad? I am not like the other fish. I am ugly, and they laugh at me and call me names. Big Red is my only friend. You aren't ugly. You are different. You aren't really a fish either. You are a mermaid. Aqua slowly swam back to Big Red. She had even more questions than she had before. But for some reason, her hair didn't seem to get in her way as much. While traveling back home, Aqua noticed that Big Red was slowing down. She wrapped her hair around Big Red and pulled him through the tiny crevices of the coral reefs. She even used it to comfort him and keep him warm throughout their travels. That hair sure is coming in handy, he said. They had almost reached the little cave when suddenly, look out! Aqua cried. As it charged towards them, Aqua quickly slipped into her cave. It was at this moment that she realized Big Red was too big to fit inside the cave's tiny entrance. Oh no, I hope the shark doesn't get to them. With all of her might, Aqua swung her hair and wrapped it around his large body, pulling him inside the cave. The shark was so angry. It slammed into the cave, but its tiny walls stood strong. Finally, the hungry beast swam away. Oh, he looks very mean. I am really glad that he didn't get to them. Big Red was so thankful, and Aqua was now proud of her beautiful strong hair that had saved him. She began to use her hair to help all the little fish with their daily activities. Best of all is bright colors help them to see in the dark cave. Jane especially loved it when Aqua used her bright hair to help her see the good in others. Aqua was free at last. She smiled proudly, swimming together with all the other fish outside of the cave. She and Big Red lived happily ever after, using their special gifts to help each other as well as the other fish in the sea. Aqua Princess! The little fish cheered when they came back inside the cave. Jane and the other fish placed a special crown on her head. You can see it's a seaweed crown. Careful not to hide her beautiful hair, Jane said. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story. And you can see at the end, there is a picture of me painting Aqua. And if you like the story, once again, it is available on Amazon for $12, and I'll have the link below. And don't forget to press the subscribe button below. Have a great day.